you're down 2-1. What happened to Donald Young, whom we worried about for about 15 years and so on?
15 years? That would mean I would be like a lot older than I am now. But I don't know. I'm at 2-1 down. It was kind of disappointing because I was up an early break in the second, and for him to come back and run away with it and then go up a break in the third, it was, I don't know, at the time it didn't feel great, but I knew I was in a lot of his service games. Like I was 0 for 4 in the second set, and I just knew if I converted 1 or 2, I could be back in the match. So it was great.
Well, I think you floated like a butterfly and you stung like a bee. I think your game was sick today. Your improvement, your confidence. Where does all this come from? And what will you do to continue?
You know, I feel like, you know, winning begets winning. I mean, I haven't won like that many matches, but in DC and this year I've had the biggest wins of my career, and I've put together like matches in a row, which was quite tough for me. It was tough to put, you know, together 2, 3 in a row, and that's a big thing. I could win one match but not another, and you know, when you put together matches in a row against players of this caliber, it gives you a lot of confidence and you feel like you belong. So it definitely helped.
Donald, how
hard was it to hold service to get into that fifth set tiebreak after you had a chance to serve it out?
Actually, it was easier to hold serve than it was to serve for the match, to be honest. You know, he gave me a few mistakes, and I hit a couple good shots, good forehands, and you know, we're in the tiebreak.
Donald, how much did the incredible crowd support energize you, especially in the fifth set and the tiebreaker?
They were everything. You know, I was kind of tired, like midway through the fourth set, the third, fourth set, and they, you know, they're chanting my name, which is great, kind of like baseball chants, and yeah, it just, you know, reminded me and just made me feel great that all these people really wanted me to win here, and I don't know, it just pushed me through it. I can't, you know, describe how great it was.
Donald, when you were serving for the match,
this was your first 5-set win, you know, of your career. So congratulations on that. In your view, was this more a mental breakthrough today or a physical breakthrough?
All of the above. It's great for me, you know, to play 4 hours and 20 minutes. I saw the clock at the end, and throughout the whole match, I was looking at the clock and like, oh my, you know, I'm gonna make it the whole time. But you know, that's what you put in the work and practice for, and to actually have it, you know, come through, and yeah, it's just great to win.
Donald, when you were serving for the match, was it nerves?
Yeah, of course. You know, there was nothing else. It wasn't like I physically couldn't go. It was all nerves, and you know, I had never been in that position before. I've served for matches and gotten broken, but not, you know, in the fifth set against, you know, someone of, you know, Stan's caliber. So yeah, it was nerves, and then you know, I realized, like, you know, chances like that are not going to come too often. I was just really happy to come through in there.
Donald, was this the biggest win of your career?
Say it again?
Was this the biggest win of your career?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, I mean, it's at the U.S. Open, and the venue, yeah, but I really feel like, as a tournament-wise or win-wise, like, beating Baghdadis in the quarters was pretty big for me, and Andy in Indian Wells. I mean, he's a top 5 player. He's been 2 in the world. But yeah, if you want to put everything together, I would say today's definitely my biggest win in my career.
You have been criticized in the past for your fitness level. Is that a breakthrough you've made this year, to be able to play a match like this?
Yeah, like I said, like, you know, to do things you've never done before, you have to do things you've never done before. You know, so in the offseason I did something different, and that was great. And definitely to see it like come and know I can play that long in a match definitely makes you feel great.
What sort of motivation did you have at the lowest points of your career that carried you until now? And what are you feeling about those lows when you're at this high?
Well, hopefully it's not as high as I'm going to get. But I don't think I was getting any motivation when I was losing all the time, you know. But, you know, you have people around you that you feel and trust in what they say, and they tell you can do it. So you go out there and keep practicing. And this is my job at the end of the day. And, you know, and most people just don't quit a job unless they have something else to do. You know, I could obviously go to school, which would be great, you know, not to knock that, but this is something I chose to do, and they always tell me, you know, it would be a waste to waste the talent you have and not do anything with it.
So what's your feeling now about having stuck with it?
It's great right now, you know. I mean, you know, obviously after a match like that, you feel great, and I'm happy to be through to the next round, and the feeling is, I can describe it as, it just feels great.
Donald, after the match, Patrick McEnroe tweeted, "In tennis terms, Donald Young has become a man today." What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, Patrick said that. I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, to come through a match like that and not wilt like I have before, and yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm happy. I thought I became a man, when I turned 21. No, on a serious note. But yeah, that's great. For someone of that his status to say something like that and really feel that is great. And I'm happy he feels that way.
What is the relationship now with the USTA? I know.
It's good. It's back to normal. If I need something, they're there. I mean, they give me tips on matches. It's back to normal. So it's the way it was.
And if you have to sit down if you were in the room with the USDA having the tall one, what would you say? What would you say to Pat and the boys?
I don't drink, by the way, but
Yeah.
if I was, I would just say, thanks for all the support they've given me over the years. I really appreciate it, and obviously what happened, and at times you just kind of out there, but yeah, I appreciate it, and hopefully we continue working together because I know they have the resources to help me in my career.
Don, what are some of the life lessons you'll take at this point in your career? Obviously, you've carried some weight on your shoulders for a time now, starting when you were really young. Are there some things that stick out for you as far as lessons?
Yeah, I mean, don't take things for granted. I feel like when I was 18 and I got to 73 in the world, I was like the youngest in the top 100. I was like top 75, and it all seemed kind of easy, not realizing how much work I put into it to get to actually where I was. But life lessons, just keep working hard. Don't give up if it's something you really want to do, and listen to the people you trust in, and and you can always